All right, we get asked all the time, how do you prepare for an event?
Preparing for events. There's a lot to it. One of the first things I do, I guess, is I pick the letterhead that I want to use. I have different types of letterhead, so I pick the paper I'm going to use to draw out the plan. For me, I guess it's like drawing a floor plan. It's the plan that's the key. And so I do that, and then I grab my cool little Gonstead ruler, and I get this all lined up so I can start putting in the timeline. So I start to go through the timing of every module that's broken down in detail from the overall block, layout that we do that looks like that. A lot of times, like for this is a chiropractic assistant boot camp. I'll look at the one from last year, which I have, okay, to see what was done then. I'm looking to see who's going to be here so I can try to connect with them perfectly. I'm looking what was on the flyer, what was talked about that was going to be on the topic list, and then I start to assemble it and start to get it down. And it's one of those things where the work behind the desk is where it all happens. Standing and talking, that's easy. That's simple for me, okay? This is where the thinking and the planning and the organization and the detail, and then of course with what Katie's doing, when does the bus arrive, the timing, how long it takes to do everything, how does everybody get fed, when does everybody go to the bathroom, when do they get potty breaks, when do they get to look at their phone, okay? It's easy to attend an event, but like the one that's coming up this weekend, I think we're the only group that's ever created an event like this, because it's 100 times more difficult than it looks. So for me, it's assembling all of that, plus all the coaching calls and all that. I'm trying to put together the exact, precise, best material and get it laid out perfectly. Like here's everything laid out for the Friday. It's all laid out perfectly, all the timing, everything's set. So here it is. Here's a masterpiece, all right? And then me standing and delivering it, that's the easy part. See, a lot of people think it's about the event itself. No, the work is what happens behind the scenes. It's kind of like if you see a beautiful paint job on a car, it takes 20 minutes to paint the car. It took 6 months to do the metal work and the body work and all the sanding and all of that. This is what made this look great. And that's the work a lot of people don't want to do even in practice. The work behind the scenes with the goals and your stats and your planning and the marketing and the study and the mind work and the memorization. That's what it really boils down to. I also look at recommendations that people in the Winner's Edge group have. Hey, can you cover this or talk about that? I want to get all of that incorporated and get everything laid out so it's all complete and perfect. And once it's complete and perfect, like this one, there it is. There's the entire event, okay? And I just have that. Katie's engineered everything else, and now it's a matter of delivering it and pulling out the expertise within the group and getting the laughs and the fun and the emotion and all of that so everybody leaves. When I do this too, I guess, I'm thinking, and I can articulate it this way, this is something I try to teach, is we want to try to put it into one statement what we are trying to do. Like, what are you trying to do? What are you, Tory, what are you doing here right now? Here's what I'm doing. How can I create a 2-day event for chiropractic assistants that will be coming in from around the country such that we can have the modules and the trainings and the topics along with the inspiration and the motivation that will empower every single one of them to feel uplifted personally, to feel more capable professionally, and then go back to their communities and be fired up in their practice to perform at a higher level, elevate everybody in the practice to perform at a higher level, along with being empowered personally and being able to create more success in their personal life. How can I make sure I have all of the material and everything that's required to get that result? See how I can just put that into one statement? I can think it and I can say it accurately. Next step is to get it all down, and then it's a matter of delivering it. And that's why we're able to have, I think, such good events year after year. Winner's Edge started, I have it right in the drawer here. Maybe I'll just put it on the screen really quick so people can see. Here is the sheet of paper from when Winner's Edge was created. There it is right there, okay? From the IRS. April 10th, 2008. So at the time of this recording that Katie surprised me with, okay, it's 15 years that I've been doing the consulting, and of course I was practicing for 15 years plus practicing for like 8 or 10 years of the consulting time. And then of course it just got so big that I had to dedicate all of my time towards consulting. But what's my point is to have that sort of longevity and be as excited as, Katie, are we excited right now?
Yeah.
I mean, all of the modifications, all the improvements, we're ready for the next decade. And to have that sort of repeat performance, it comes from having the ability to have good systems like this and creating things, and having the imagination and the care and the empathy to really put together stuff that's great for your people. For me, it's about them, it's about their experience, it's about their success, it's about their winning, and whatever I can do to be a facilitator of that. So that's how a lot of it goes. It starts with this. Maybe we'll finish the video on this because I want to get this done. As I open up the drawer and I go here like this and I go, okay, I think I like that. And it starts with this. All legit success starts with a blank piece of paper. And when I take out the paper and that paper goes down like that, and I grab my little architect pencils that I like, specific type of a pencil, okay, this is where it all starts. Me, the pencil, the paper, and the desk, and then what's in my mind, and then getting it out in the form of a plan and creating a masterpiece that I can then work on delivering with as much power and concern and edginess that I can to get the response I want, which is a higher level of performance out of each and every person in the room. So I suppose in a nutshell, that's how an event gets created.